In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to steal like a pro in Steal A Brainrot in 2026. And there's a lot of different ways and techniques in order to do this. Let's start with my favorite gears and gears that you guys should buy. If you just started in the game, I suggest you go here to the shop and make sure you guys got the slap and the trap. Also, make sure you use a speed coil in order to make sure your base is always closed because you don't want other people stealing your brainrots. But definitely go for the slap and the trap. Once you get more levels, make sure you guys get the body swap. The body swap is literally the most important gear in this game. I want that. I want that. Heck yeah, baby.
Reindeer, tra-la-la.
But another one of my favorites is probably this gummy bear right here. I know, listen, you're not only hitting them, but you're also locking them still for a couple of seconds, I will say. Stop it. Get some heal. Then you got the body swap, which is super important not only for you to be able to get into someone's base, but it's also super important if someone is stealing your brainrot. You literally can just follow them around, and as soon as you see them trying to get away from your base or getting almost into the base, you body swap them, it will reset your brainrot into your base. So definitely this is an aggressive gear as well as a defensive gear. Another one of my favorites I would say is this one right here. It's a sentry because I like to put it halfway from my base and the person that I'm stealing. That way when I am actually stealing their brainrot, when they're behind me, they will just get hit with this. Usually I like to put this in their base. This way if they don't know what's happening and they're kind of disoriented a little bit. So once you guys get a little bit more leveled up, I would say make sure you guys put the sentry between the base that you're trying to steal from and your base, because this is going to be used as a protection to you when you're running away from the person's base and trying to get it into your base. Another way that you guys could steal is by waiting for people who are AFK joining public lobbies. I've seen this happen a couple times where someone is just standing still in their base AFK and they're just there because they went AFK and the game puts them in a public game. Right there, what you want to do is the original one, the normal method, which is to make sure you guys put a trap here, body swap with the person that is going to be standing still. They're going to be right here stuck for a couple seconds. They're not going to do anything because, like I said, they're AFK most of the time, and that gives you time to steal. Sometimes you're going to have to want to buy bases. What I mean, buy your way through the base. I wouldn't suggest this because you do be spending like 25 cents every time you're buying the base to be open. But like I said, if they're AFK and it's a really good brainrot, once the base is closed, you guys can actually just buy out your way, so you don't have to wait all those seconds. Another gear that is super important is a flying carpet. And why is that? Because you want to go to the middle of the person's base. Never go to the third floor, all right? Because if you go to the third floor, you're gonna have to buy right here and then buy right here. But with your flying carpet, you can actually push yourself up and actually steal someone's brainrot. Let's check it out. Gonna put him on the third floor, right about here. And then I'm gonna use my carpet. And if you get the angle right, as you guys can see, I can grab him. That way it saves you from buying this right here, which will be another 25 cents, and this one right here, which will be another 25 cents. It's a lot easier, and a lot of people are probably going to be on the third floor. Another suggestion is don't go for the most expensive stuff because you're in a public server. Most people are gonna want to go for that expensive stuff, and that's just gonna get you grief. A lot of people are super greedy and jealous, so if you end up with the best, you're most likely are going to get grief. So what I like to do is I go for the second best or third best. That's still pretty good, but most people are not going to be fighting with me. They're going to be fighting for the best brainrot. Unless I know that the person is AFK and I got some friends with me, then I'll probably just go for the best one. Another trick is make sure that you guys are using your mouse to the fullest potential. I like to be able to use my mouse buttons in order to help me to use my gear sometimes. This is a trick most YouTubers and streamers do that they probably don't even want you guys knowing about. So if you have a Logitech or if you have a Razer, make sure that you guys go to your program. You can link it to the game. See how it says link to Roblox? So my number 1 is a button on top, my number 2 is a button at the bottom, and escape is my middle button if I'm doing a trade or if I'm in someone's private server and I need to leave immediately because I'm either getting scammed or don't trust the situation and I need to leave, I usually just hit my escape button and get out. But the number 1 and number 2, I have issues hitting them. But because you can't change those, I just use my mouse buttons to get there faster. All right, so let's get into what I use to be able to steal from other people in Steal A Brainrot. What I like to use is that I like to use a flying carpet right away. Find out which base is worth it, which base is not. Make sure that you use a clone to clone yourself into the 2nd floor. That way, if you want to get something on the 3rd floor and people are fighting it, you guys can just kind of grab it from the 2nd floor in a way where you're not going to get grief. Another thing that I like to do, if there's anyone around me, I'll Medusa them right away. And if the owner or there are not any griefers, I grab the brain rot and I try to get away from the base as soon as possible. So if I do have time, like I said, I like to set up my little sentry gun halfway with the little beat. That way if anybody's chasing me, they get hit with that. So another way you guys can steal without getting grief and have a higher chance of being able to steal successfully is by getting yourself a tall avatar. So you're gonna have to go to your avatar, go to where it says customize. All the way to the right, it's gonna say build, and you're gonna use this little white stuff and make it all the way up, this little white circle, and the other one all the way up as well. I'm gonna customize mine a little bit better later, but for now, just to show you guys, make sure you guys do it like I do it. So all you wanna do is make sure that you jump over here and shift lock and just walk towards it. Make sure you guys look around. This is gonna make a lot of things easier for you to steal. So it's gonna help you steal. It's gonna help you hopefully not get grief, because most people are not gonna be looking at the edge of the map. But if you need to, just to make things a little bit safer, and if you can afford a tall avatar, I'll suggest you do it, because this is one of the best ways you guys can steal and Steal A Brainrot, and it still actually works in 2026. He's here. Like, please, machine, do something. Wait, how many seconds? 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds. We got this, 4 seconds. I'm just getting covered by my freaking machine right now. Just, all right, perfect. We got this. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Oh my god, someone is shooting me. And someone is waiting in my base. I love it. Love to see that. No. Touch me, please. Don't touch me. Let's go, baby. The last but not least, I will suggest you guys buying the admin panel. Although it's quite expensive, if you guys have the money, I definitely suggest you guys getting it, because it not only helps you against the owner, but also against the people who are trying to grief you. So the first thing that I like to do whenever I join and I see the owner's base, I like to see their name. So once I find out their name, I go to my admin panel and I try to always rocket them as soon as possible. Rocking them is going to send them up in the sky and far away, meaning they can't lock their base or they can't body swap you. Once you actually just use a rocket, then you're gonna wanna ragdoll them as well. Ragdolling them, they can't really do anything again, but don't use all of the admin panels on the owner. Make sure that you use like balloon, jail, tiny, jump scare, morph on the people that are around you, because those people might want to grief you or be sus. You never know. So don't use everything in just one person. That I like to do, again, just rocket, ragdoll, and jail the owner. The rest for the people around me. No. All right, where's this guy at? It is this one. It is this one. It is this guy. And I'm just gonna steal it right here. 30 seconds, baby. 30 seconds, baby. 30 seconds, baby. 30 seconds, baby. 30 seconds. We got this. 31 seconds. 31 seconds. I'm just hitting every single person. Hitting every single person. I'm being controlled? Whoa. I'm good. Just in case. Come on, baby. 10 seconds. This is what dreams are made of. Come on, baby, let me out. This is what I swear if I see a bacon. If I see another bacon. No! Let me out! No! Oh my god. Also, a big thing. If you see a person like this who has stuff in their base, this means that they're AFK. So before they can even log in, you have to make sure that you clone yourself in, take whatever brain rot that you want, because they're most likely, once they're in, they're gonna leave, but you're still gonna have the brain rot, so you'll be able to win. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.